Good evening and welcome back to Global Champions at Global Champions TV. Thank you for joining us here at the 7th stage of the season in Cannes, and we came from the north of Germany, from Hamburg at the 6th stage, here to the 7th stage in the south of France. Hamburg was the scene where this man alongside of me won the Grand Prix. Not only did he win the Grand Prix, he also topped the overall Launching Global Champions Tour ranking. And not only is he on top of the Launching Global Champions Tour ranking, the man is also part of the Shanghai Swans, who lead the Global Champions League. So this is absolutely the man to talk to. Daniel Deusser, great to have you with us here in our small studio, and welcome to Cannes.
Thank you, Frederick.
Congratulations on a big win there in Hamburg. We've got some beautiful shots of that Grand Prix victory in Klein Floatback right there. Tell us about it. It was a four-man jump-off. Not many people made it clear through that Grand Prix. How did you walk that Grand Prix? How did you live it? And then a second to go in the jump-off, how did it went for you?
Yeah, of course, when you win a Grand Prix like that, there's nothing to complain about. For me, it was, I cannot say a surprise, but it came early for me with that horse. Jasmin van den Bisschop is a very young horse with her 10 years. We worked together only for 6 months. She had a few very good results in lower classes until 150, but basically it was the first Global Champions Tour Grand Prix for her last week, and then she won that one.
You speak about Jasmin van den Bisschop. She's only with you for half a year, and then in a field with H&M Ali, Nile Nassar on Lucifer, who was very quick. Remarkably, you're such a regular on the Launching Global Champions Tour. It is only your second Launching Global Champions Tour Grand Prix win, though you have been second, like you say, more than 15 times or something like it. And it was about time that you win one.
Yeah, that's true. I've been a couple of times on the podium, and I was very, very happy with that. In fact, it was only the second Global Champions Tour Grand Prix that I won.
Valkenswaard, years ago it was on Air Jordan, but this is a completely different horse here, this Jasmin van den Bisschop. What can you tell us about her? What is she like?
Yeah, actually I have high expectations from her. She is a horse with a lot of scope. She's very careful and actually a very, very clever horse in the ring. But like I said, with her 10 years, she just starts in Grand Prix like that, and hopefully the future is still ahead of her.
You have ridden and you ride magnificent horses. Can you compare to any of these horses that you've ridden in the past, like First Class, like Tobago, like Cornet? Has she got any similarities with one of these, or is she different?
To compare is always very difficult because every animal is different. It's an own individual. Her, as a lot of other horses also, she's very clever in the ring. She understood the sport, she knows what to do. Everything, of course, a little bit in her own way. But I think what she has, she can go quick in the jump-off, and I think we will see her a couple of times more in the jump-offs.
All right. We've put a few graphics together about you. Of course, you lead the ranking. You were once on the Grand Prix at this stage, and that was, of course, a big win up there in Hamburg. But your consistency is tremendous. You attended 6 Global Champions events. 5 times you qualified for the Grand Prix. 3 double clears in the Grand Prix. With Callisto Blue, who is your leading horse at the moment, though you won on Jasmin. Before we went on air, you said, wait a minute, why is not Jasmin not on there? But it seems that Callisto Blue has given you so far the most clear at this moment. You've turned him out the most, and he's very important also to the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Not only for the team, for myself also. Callisto Blue is one of my top horses. His strength is that he's very, very consistent. Doesn't matter if it's a big arena, a small arena, if we are jumping on grass or on sand. Maybe in a jump-off it's easier to go faster with Jasmin compared to Callisto. But like you said, he jumped also already 3 times double clear in the Grand Prix, and he's definitely my #1 horse this weekend.
Can you tell us more about that? Because I remember the Grand Prix in Madrid. You were clear in the Grand Prix. You went into the jump-off. It was a fast jump-off, but we saw you on purpose riding much slower than we'd expect you to. Why was that?
I think it's a bit because of the character of Callisto. He always wants to go very fast. My job is it actually to slow him down a little bit. In that specific situation in Madrid, it was very long ways. We had already somebody in the lead who was very, very fast, who could leave strides out in a straight line. And that day I just felt I couldn't do the same, so I went for a clear round.
All right. Daniel, you won in Hamburg. you lead the Launching Global Champions Tour ranking, but there's another thing. The Shanghai Swans, you guys and the whole team are amazingly strong. There we've got it standing. Shanghai Swans are leading that team. Remarkably, you've been on that team already for 3 years. You've seen the team develop, you've seen the team grow. How do you see that development of the team over those 3 seasons?
Definitely, the Shanghai Swans got stronger and stronger every year. Talking about this year, we are in the lead right now. We have a very strong team this year. We're only halfway or not even halfway in the season, so a lot of things can change, and of course every event is counting. But in my mind, I have a little bit the feeling that at the end of the season there is a possibility that we are still in front.
Why would that be?
Just because of the riders, of the horses. We have a strong under 25 rider. We have, except that, 4 very strong combinations with very strong horses. A lot of horses we can swap in between, and I think that's very important in that long season.
Remarkable. On the statistics, on the graphics, it says podiums 2 out of 2. The Swans were twice on the podium, twice you were there. The Swans were twice on the podium, twice they won. You, just like last year, are the anchorman of the Swans. At least that's what it looks like. Do you feel any pressure? Are you leading the team? Are you also guiding the team at the events?
Okay, that's very nice to mention from you, but at the end, I don't think I'm any better than the rest of the Shanghai Swans. Of course, in total, we have to make a team. Somebody needs to try and lead the group of riders a little bit. But I think in general it's only possible if you have very strong riders, if you have a very strong group of people.
Talking about a strong group of people, on paper, here, the Shanghai Swans, with you and Peter Fredriksson as first to go, or as in this first round of GCL, you are on paper the strongest team, so we are expecting a double clear.
Yeah, I hope your statistics are right. Like I said, it's a long season, the competition is very, very tough, but at the end we definitely have a good chance also here in Cannes.
All right, super. Daniel, your opposition, your colleagues are already walking the course, so we are going to take a little break, ladies and gentlemen, but we will be back with course walks, with insights on the teams, and of course on the local team, the Cannes Star. So don't go away, don't go too far.